Hey y'all, and welcome to MT's Corner with Myesha-Tiara, and I'm Myesha-Tiara, professional actress, director, theater owner, and content creator. On my channel, we discuss all things acting, centered around the Black acting experience, from my opinion, to movie reviews, to acting advice, and much more you'll find right here. So, join your girl in the corner. We have some things we need to discuss. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe so you can see me on your timeline every time. It's been a little minute, and I've been able to gain some perspective, and now I can talk about it. Let's talk about what happened with the A Different World virtual table read and what it taught us. This is everything that's wrong about our industry and right with it at the same time. If you don't know what I'm talking about, let me break it down real quick. First thing first, A Different World is a show that was created by Bill Cosby. Yes, that person. And was a college spinoff for his daughter Denise Huxtable from The Cosby Show, going to the HBCU, Hillman College, and the friends she makes there. Long story short, the actress Lisa Bonet got pregnant with Lenny Kravitz's baby, Zoe Kravitz. Debbie Allen came in to save the show from being canceled. Apparently the first season wasn't that great. Unpopular opinion, I liked the first season just fine. Anyway, she tried to save Lisa's job, and Bill said, so then, the show just became an ensemble cast, but centered around the characters Dwayne Wayne and Whitley Gilbert. So a lot of famous actors have been bored since the shutdown. Until recently, no one was getting auditions or filming. The government literally stopped us from making art like,
oh, don't cry, are you?
No, it's not all right. I never seen someone cry with the tears not coming out, so I just want to make sure you're okay.
Because it's an inner cry, bitch. My heart is crying.
Are you dehydrated? There's no water?
Anyway, so someone came up with the idea to do virtual Zoom table reads of episodes from famous shows like Golden Girls But Black, 227, etc. Which is cool. Do I always agree with casting choices? Absolutely not. I think more shows than not are normally cast wrong, and that brings me to A Different World's virtual table read. For starters, I don't even like the Dwayne Wayne and Keanu years when I used to watch the show. So I personally thought their episode choice was poorly thought out, especially during the time we are going through. They could have picked Kim Reese and how she dealt with colorism during that talent show that they had.
And built the Sphinx. I designed a pyramid so tough that a star that glows every 100 years falls center, giving divine purpose.
Or when they take over the dean's office.
Don't know anything about negotiations. If you go to the administration with 20 demands, they got to give you 10. 19 of them are stupid. What is so stupid about co-ed showers? Brother, you're lowering the IQ of our mob mentality.
The purpose is to get Dwayne's show back and to lift the veil of oppression from all student media.
Well, I find it very impressive to shower with just a comedian.
Or the Rodney King episode.
What happened?
They just acquitted the officers that beat up Rodney King.
How could they acquit him? I mean, it was on tape. Hard evidence.
Yeah, we all saw it. Girl, please. They can beat us, kill us, do whatever they want to do, and get off just like they always have.
But they didn't, and I figured I'd give it a watch anyway, no big deal. It was being directed by Debbie Allen, produced by Stephanie Allain, and narrated by Yara Shahidi. Then I saw the damn cast list. I was flabbergasted, because not only did you not have any dark-skinned women present, but you also didn't have a light-skinned man in sight. Honestly, two of the most disrespected skin tones and genders in the industry. Dark-skinned women and light-skinned men. Not only that, but you had rappers as actors, instead of hiring an actual actor, and not just one rapper, but two. One I didn't know at all, and the other I've seen them act in one film, and that was How High 2. And I'm not sure if they were the best actor in the film because they were good, because I was high when I watched it, or because everyone else in the film was horrible. So I had no choice but to pick the best out of the worst. Y'all pick for me below, okay? There are too many actors who are out of work.
I'm afraid that's not allowed.
Help me, I'm poor.
No.
For you to give two of their spots up to rappers, even in a virtual reading. Sorry about it.
I don't like that.
Next, let's move on to the women cast. Let's be real. At this point, nothing against these ladies because they are all talented in their own right, and I honestly think Kelly McCreary is extremely underrated. But it has become a running joke at this point in the Black community that if you need a Black actress, just call up Tessa, Storm, Yara, Zendaya, Amanda. I mean, I could keep going, but my point is that these biracial and light-skinned Black women have become the face of what Black women are seen as in the entertainment industry. And this has been happening since the beginning of time, while actresses like Ryan Destiny, Kiki Lane, Keke Palmer, Marsai Martin, Sky Jackson, hell me, are overlooked more often than not for these very same roles. To be real, some of these casting breakdowns literally say ambiguous, light-skinned, Black, African-American, African, and that's for one character description. So exactly what are you looking for? Because none of these things are mutually exclusive. I've even auditioned for voiceover work, and in the description, they stated they wanted the character to be a Black woman. Think Yara Shahidi and Zendaya, who are both biracial, mind you, and don't sound alike at all. All of this hides under the guise of colorism. That colorism I smell. If you don't think colorism exists, this isn't the channel for you. If you think that the best actor gets the part, you're also on the wrong channel. If you want to learn why colorism is a thing in the industry and how talent is only about 45% of the acting requirements, keep watching. Now, colorism is prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnicity or racial group. And in the Black community, for a good chunk, being lighter skinned and having good hair is the best it gets. And if you're biracial, even better. And that is also how Hollywood and some Black production companies and casting directors often see it as well, which is why you will see shows cast without dark-skinned women, or a dark-skinned couple with light-skinned kids, or dark-skinned women being sidekicks or best friends, or a stereotype, or even biracial women who are portraying a full Black woman with dark-skinned parents, which can be extremely disheartening to actresses who look like me. And as we watch our lighter counterparts seem to continuously be booking roles, magazine covers, getting awards, etc. So when I saw the cast list, I was annoyed as hell because I said to myself, here we go again. Then I saw what episode they were doing and I thought,
I lost your mind because I'll help you find it. What you're looking for, ain't nobody gonna help you out there. Jesus can come through that door and he's not gonna help.
So not only do you not do an episode with Kim Reese in it, you also give Storm Reed not one, but two roles. And one of them is to play Jaleesa, a dark-skinned Black woman who gets divorced, then remarried in the show, and she's in her mid-20s. Now I know it's just acting, so I can bypass Storm being 17 in real life and never having experience what the character goes through. But she's playing two roles. The rest of the actors in the world just disappeared, and so we couldn't hire another actor to play Jaleesa while she played Freddie, a lighter-skinned character. Also, you have completely erased dark-skinned Black women from the very show they built whole episodes around. And most importantly, the actors from A Different World are all freaking alive except for the man who played Mr. Gaines. So why not just have them play their own characters? Trust me, I would have been way more interested in watching that versus this new age dark-skinned women and light-skinned men eraser we came up with. I say light-skinned men because there was a character named Ron who was Dwayne Wayne's best friend, and he was light-skinned and a huge part of the show. And he and Lil Yachty don't look a thing alike. And once again, did all the Black male actors just disappear from the face of the earth that you couldn't cast them? I can name a few I would have loved to see do Dwayne Wayne and Ron. Robert Richard, Keith Powers, Elijah Kelly, Deron Horton, Lakeith Stanfield, Kofi, Demetrius Shipp Jr., Tyler James Williams, Aldous Hodge. I mean, I can keep going, but I think you get the point. They are there and available. Now, when Black Twitter got a hold of the cast list, you already know they were ready. One Twitter user said, I just have to laugh because it's all one big joke now. I'm tired, fed up, annoyed, and don't want to care anymore. And another, don't get me wrong, I love all these women and their work, but as a young actress and a brown-skinned girl, it's very discouraging. Another said, colorism people, this is what it looks like. It's intentional and I'm beyond fed up. From now on, I see a lineup like this, I want nothing to do with the project. I don't care if the people in charge are Black. My loyalty isn't owed, it's earned. And I hear that. My loyalty is not owed, it is earned, okay? And someone else said, watch them balance it out with all the men being dark-skinned. And someone else said, please keep your feet on the industry's colorist neck. And another actress on Twitter said, not going to stop fighting. At times it feels like they want us to give up, for us to accept the roles they see us in. Don't let up. Audition for everything and keep your foot on the gas. We get discouraged, but you can't quit. Someone else said, TV fathers and sons are Black. TV daughters and wives are consistently biracial. Explore what this deliberate casting decision is meant to say about femininity and desirability. Now, there were people who didn't understand what people were up in arms for. And one of the Twitter users said, the F do y'all want us to do about it? If that's how you guys feel, take it up with the director. But for y'all to be mad at these young Black girls getting their coins is doing too much. One thing I can say about social media is the news spreads fast and the movements start within seconds, and sometimes it isn't for the right reasons. However, this time it was very much justified. You can't erase us, then expect us to support your projects, especially in this economy where Black creatives are making the work they want to see and not just what Hollywood sometimes wants to push out. Now, when they didn't receive the praise they thought they would receive from this upcoming reading, we magically found Dawn Lewis, the actress who originally portrayed Jaleesa, who portrays Dwayne's mother in the table read, and they also found Zosha Rockmore to portray Keanu. It was as if these acting choices didn't exist until we called them out. Then the PR went into overdrive before we had #cancel ADW reading trending. Casting had this to say: "We had to save a few surprises. Meet the entire cast. See you tonight. Update. So excited to round out this brilliant cast with a few more gems. And we got Dawn Lewis. Did you know that Dawn Lewis wrote this theme song? Hillman College is coming back to life. You want to be in the Zoom? Where it happens." In response to the updated cast list, those on Twitter had this to say: "Seems like they caught wind of the backlash and are now doing damage control. Still, the fact remains, even if they do have a couple of the darker complexioned women in the cast, they decided to initially promote the reboot using 3 light-skinned biracial sisters, not the others." They also got a light-skinned male actor, and I just couldn't find this baby's name. So if someone knows that baby's name, please insert that baby's name below. And after that call out, it was so odd to me because they made it seem as if they were saving these talented people for last. No, you hadn't cast them from the jump, and now needed to save face. What we can learn from this is to keep our feet on their neck. Call out the colorism in the industry and don't stop until they fix the problem. Clearly, our voices are being heard, which means we hold the power, which also calls into play that you need to support your local Black director, production company, film, play, web series, etc. Because more often than not, they are casting shows the way we would love to see. And if we give them our support, that means more dollars, which allows them to have the major marketing and rollouts when it comes time for their shows to premiere. And before long, we won't have to look to only Hollywood to produce the content we want to see. Let me know your thoughts below. Were you able to catch it? And if so, what did you think? Are you into Zoom readings? Do you think we should continue to call out colorism this way in the industry? Or do you think it was much ado about nothing and the casting was just fine? Y'all stay safe out there, and I'll see you online next time.